Question number 7, Tamatha Paul.
Kia ora, Mr. Speaker. My question is to the Minister of Housing. Does he stand by his statement that, quote, "We are focused on using every lever at our disposal in the housing market to improve affordability"? If so, how is opting for zero growth of the public housing stock using every lever?
Yes, and we haven't.
Honourable Chris Fisher.
Why has Winston cancelled at least 103 public housing projects comprised of 965 much-needed houses, including 398 houses in the last 5 months, if the government is using every lever?
Well, Winston's housing funding ran out, as that member knows, from June 2020, or the member may not know, from June 2025. No, the people who didn't fund it, my friend, were you, who in Budget 2023 pretended that there would be no ongoing operational funding required for Winston. It was a fiscal cliff left by Grant Robertson to try and make the books look better in the lead up to the 2023 election. So we're not going to stand for that on this side of the House. So, as the member may not know, that is a fact.
The Minister will stop. That's ridiculous. An interjection is 1 or 2 words, not a running commentary. I'm getting incredibly patient on this. I don't want to have to flick someone out of the House, but it's not far off. The Honourable Chris Fisher.
So I've answered the
Point
first.
of order. The Honourable Kieran McIntyre.
Thank you very much. I take your point and accept it, that an interjection should be short and brief. Surely a response to an interjection should have the same criteria required.
Well, if a minister is giving an answer to a question, then I think the answer should proceed. Carry on.
I think I've dealt with the first part of the question. In relation to the second part of the member's question, at any one time, Winston has a range of projects and developments around the country, and indeed this was true under the last government. Some of those projects will proceed, some will not. Land economics and development economics change at any one time. Some projects are required and others are not. There are lots of projects over the years that have Winston has bought the land where they may or may not proceed at any one time, and indeed they may proceed in the future.
How does the Minister reconcile his statement ruling out a mass sell-off of state houses when he is increasing annual state house sales by 2,000% compared to 2017 to 2023?
Well, what we're doing, Mr. Speaker, is taking a sensible approach to the housing stock that Winston owns. For example, I don't know many New Zealanders who think it is an economic use of land and houses for Winston to own around 200 houses, most of them in Auckland, worth $2 million or more. Actually, what Winston can do with those houses is divest themselves of those houses and use the proceeds to reinvest in many more houses. The leader of the opposition himself said around a week or so ago, it makes sense for Winston to sell houses in places where they don't make sense, to sell houses where the houses have come to end of life, and when that is reinvested in building greater density, for example, and making much more economic use of the land, that makes a lot more sense, and I agree with him, that is exactly what we are doing.
Will the Minister implement Nicola Willis's pre-election commitment to building net 1,000 new public houses in Auckland every year, including beyond 2026? And if not, should we just not trust any commitment his colleagues make to forums of over 500 community organisations?
Well, Mr. Speaker, it's a 3-year term in government. We are 15 months in, and since November 27, 2023, when this government took office and we got sworn in as ministers, over 2,000 net new social houses have been built in Auckland. So we're well on the way. We're well on the way to meeting the 1,000 per year commitment, and we're 15 months in. 3-year commitments are not broken within 15 months. You've got to wait till the end, and we will honour that commitment.
Will there be 1,000 net new public homes in 2026, as promised by Nicola Willis and the Prime Minister just now?
The member needs to listen to the answers I'm giving. I just said we have delivered over 2,000 net new social houses in only 15 months. Again, we will honour that commitment because we are going to grow social housing. But if you define public housing as houses owned by the government, that is one thing. We have a broader view of social housing in this country, and we think public housing includes not just government-owned houses through Kāinga Ora, but also the community housing sector.
Just a minute. We're going to hear the rest of this question in silence. It's unbelievable the amount of commentary that's coming from those who are not answering the question. Oh, point of order.
I've got a point of order first.
That in the previous question made by put by my colleague, Tamitha Paul, we had interventions from the Deputy Prime Minister and the Minister sitting next to him.
Okay, then I'm sorry I didn't pick that up. And it doesn't change what I've just said. We're hearing this, the balance of this, in silence. The right honourable Winston Peters.
To the Minister is, given the inability for some members to understand the facts that are being told by you in the answers, could he configure the future answers in picture and cartoon form to make it more understandable?
No, there's no answer to that. Let's refer the question. Tamitha Paul.
Point of order.
Point of order, Tamitha
I
Paul.
seek leave to table the commitment that Nicola Willis signed at the forum of over 500 community organisations to build those houses.
Good. Is this something that is already in the public arena and
No,
public available?
it's not.
Well, how can it not be?
It's not publicly available.
Just a minute. No further commentary. If it's something that is an election commitment, then clearly it is in the public arena.
It's not online. It's not
Well, it
publicly
doesn't-
available, this form.
It must be at some point.
It indicates people know about it. It's a publicly available document.
I'm going to just save the House a bit of myself, a lot of stress, and the House a bit of time. Leave us order. Is there any objection? Yes. Thank you.